Hello everyone, so just a very quick disclaimer, this message right here is the only message that this guy sends me, and for good reason, as I will demonstrate throughout the rest of the video. So that being said, let's just get into the fights for this video and we'll see exactly why this guy sends me this message. Okay, so I'm laughing because I know what's going to happen. So like what I say in every video with like messages, well, in the description there'll be a link to my unlisted channel which will show you the messages, recorded live with my capture card. But in the description and in the pinned comment of that video, you'll see a link, links that will take you to every single fight that I show or mention in this video. Just in case you want to check for yourself to make sure I'm not, like manipulating stuff or photoshopping, because that's a meme. Also, if you guys want to see more videos with hate messages, then in the description, the pinned comment, and at the end of this video on the end screen, there will be a link or a card which will take you to my hate message playlist. It currently has videos from Xenoverse 1 and 2, but when future Dragon Ball games are released, that's the playlist that I'm going to add those videos to. So just keep in mind that if you want to see more videos like this from various Dragon Ball games, that's the playlist to keep an eye on. So this build I'm using is supposed to be a very powerful build. I'm trying to come up with what I think is the perfect build for me, using like the best attacks and stuff like that. It's kind of like my anti-cheap moveset to some extent, but I'm still working on it. I've got just this combination, I'm Super Saiyan 3, I think I have the Kaba Super Soul, or may have changed it since, I'm not too sure. But I hit him with two Justice combinations. He goes for body change there, so I go for the back hit, I think, and I broke his guard because he had no stamina. Then I went for the sledgehammer to finish him off. Now, we do have a rematch. He didn't send me the message yet, so I'm thinking, okay, well, it's fine. Now, I should say this, I fought this guy a few times before. I believe the videos where I fought him, well, more recently, it was the overpowered Kamehameha build. I believe it was also the Kaioken time skip, and I think it was the video called An Incomplete Technique when I'm using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. I believe I fight him in all three of those videos. He wins twice altogether, and I'll show those in a moment. So you have those clips. So with this guy, and I'm not saying this to disrespect him, nothing like that, but I know I can beat him pretty much all the time. So it doesn't really matter which build I'm using, so I did decide to use this build just because, well, I know I can beat him. So if he messages me saying, "I'll stop using just this combination," then, I'll stop using just this combination, because once again, I know I can beat him without it. So here, he goes for Symphonic Destruction, and that's just an attack that you don't see being used anymore. If you guys remember back when Xenoverse 1 first came out, that was probably the most overpowered and broken move, because you couldn't break your opponent's guard at the time, at least not when I did that attack, and it's just disgusting. So he goes for a second one there, I go for hyper movement, I punish him, go for just this combination, and I think, well, look, I just realised this to be honest, but he just used Symphonic Destruction like twice within like a few seconds. I don't really mind or care, that's fair enough, but I go for two, just this combination, so I'm thinking, well, is it okay for him to use two ultimates in a row, but not for me? I mean, I did use two in the first fight, like, quite fast. But again, this is meant to be, like, my anti-cheap preset. So when people like using influence, I can just use this moveset. But I'm trying to build something so that it's not cheap unless I want it to be, if that makes sense. So, like, I can start off fighting, quote-unquote normal. But then, if I do something cheap, I can just, like, change strategies. And I've got like my own cheap preset or my own anti-cheap, like whatever. So now he leaves the lobby, and it wasn't instant, but about 3, 4, 5 minutes after this happened, he then sends me a message. I don't know why it took him so long to send me the message, but I believe I was in Condon City at the time, and this is what the message is. Like, you guys, I've already shown it. But again, I know that I can beat him without using just this combination, like even once. And again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I'm using this build to see what works. I'm using it for practice. I'm keeping what works, and I'm discarding what doesn't work for this specific build and for what I want this build to be. So, like I mentioned, I've beaten him before, so I'm going to show those victories very quickly.
impossible! This is it! Why?
But to his credit and being fair, he did beat me a few times, and here are those wins.
What? This guy! Give up! Damn it!
So next, I believe this was just the next day, or it was like 2 days after, but I'm pretty sure it was just the following day. He joins my player lobby again, and I did send him a few messages. Again, you guys can check the description if you want to see the messages, because he doesn't send me anything else after that. But I did try and send him a few, but he didn't reply, so I'm guessing he blocked me. I'm not entirely sure, but he still joined my lobby, and well, oh boy. So because he said I was cheating, even though I've beaten him numerous times in the past, I thought, you know what, I'm going to beat him with Yamcha, just because. So I believe this is Yamcha's third preset, so he's got Spirit Ball, the full power energy wave, what's his evasive, isn't it like backflip or something, I don't know, full power charge, I mean to be expected, Neo Wolfang Fist I think it is, which is basically like Meteor Crash but just stronger and slower, or slower to activate. Here he goes for the Divine Wrath Purification. I break his guard, I go for a Stamina Reset, and I think, well, I've got enough hits to go for Spirit Ball, so I do decide to go for it just to store him out for when his stamina does recover, so I'll be able to regenerate, you know, all of mine, so I get the successful, and I guess like the free Stamina Reset. I wish I'd waited a moment though, but I guess it worked out, so it's all good. I do make a very critical error in a little bit though, but I do make a bit of, well, I do make a recovery, so it's good. So yeah, just go for a key blast there. He goes for the homing dash. Don't know why, he's just going to waste his stamina. Go for the back here. I'd try and go for the like stamina break, but we moved out of the way, so very nice there. Yeah, just go for basic combo. I believe this is the first time I've ever used Yamcha in Xenoverse 2. Like, I don't think I've used him for anything else. I don't think I used him in Xenoverse 1 either. Yeah, I can't remember, but in Xenoverse 1, Yamcha and Krillin, surprisingly enough, had one preset which had Kaioken. I think Krillin may have had Kaioken times 3, but in Xenoverse 2 they were taken out, so that's great. So I broke his guard again. I went for the Neo Wolfang Fist, I think it's called. Yeah, that attack. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of combat on him now. I think it's now where I'll go for the error. I'm not too sure. I think it's when I get, well, it is when I have at least 3 bars of stamina. Now I perfectly got the first hit of Blades of Judgment, which is just phenomenal. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. I went for my evasive thinking I can go for a stamina reset. I do go for a stamina reset, but I'm going to get my ass kicked. Now I've got after image, I'm thinking I'm going to go for it. I used it, and looking back, I think this is what happened. Like, I was successful for, well, I used it, and that's, you know, gave me like, what, an extra second, if that. So that's fine. And if I didn't use it, I probably would have lost then. So, you know, very lucky for me there. Yeah, just a really stupid mistake on my end. I go for the Kamehameha. Yeah, that's just to finish him off. Yep, close fight, but I still beat him with Yamcha. But lads, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Do you remember when I said he's got body change? Well, I give him another fight, and in this session, I think I had like 5 or 6 fights. Again, check the description if you want to see all of them to, you know, make sure I'm not lying or something. So he's got body change. I forgot what his ultimate is. I think it may be Energy Zone. So if it is Energy Zone, then, you know, he's running a rather trolling moveset. Now, we did have a fight before this, and like halfway through that fight, I was thinking, you know what, I should probably try and get him to use body change. I think he used his, I think he's Namekian. God, I think he used his avatar in that fight as well, but he just, you know, he just wasn't going for body change. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna kick his ass. He goes for body change here. Yeah, I'm just standing still. I could have easily moved out the way. I think Pressure Song would have worked as well. I could have broken his guard. I could have done anything to avoid it, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna beat you with your own body, I guess. So this is still the preset I use, like the quote-unquote cheating preset with just this combination. I think I was running Super Kamehameha as well on this one. I think I'm not too sure. But it's Pressure Sign as well for one of my supers. Well, for my supers, it's Pressure Sign, Maximum Charge, Sledgehammer, and I believe it's Sonic Bomb. Hyper Movement as my evasive, Super Saiyan 3 as my, well, Super Saiyan as my transformation. So I've got Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. And I've got the Cabba Superstar. So he goes, well, he goes. I go for Future Super Saiyan there. I'm thinking, okay, I can work with this. He goes with just his combination. He doesn't have to use it. So it's just funny that he says that he calls me a cheater, yet he doesn't know how to use my cheating preset. And I did upload the first fight I had with this guy, and that was back in January. So it's like, what, September? Well, as of me recording this, the commentary, it's the 4th of September, but these happened like at the start of September. So it's been like, what, 9 months since it's happened. So I'm not going to accept that he's like a noob, because he's not a noob. Like, he's been playing for like 9 months. Or, whatever. I mean, I guess he could have taken a break, but yeah. So I got for a stamina reset. I've got the tramples as well. I'm thinking, I want to try and beat him with the tramples, so I'll just be really disrespectful. So yeah, I did get the perfect block off there. I'm not too sure if it's in Super Saiyan 1 or 2. I think it's 1 because I can't see any lightning, but you can barely see that anyway. So go for the time skip tramples there. I don't know why. It wouldn't have been able to defeat him even if it hit. And, I just don't know why I went for it. But I did break his guard by going for the, getting a perfect block off. Wait a moment, I went for Super Dragon Fist, I wait a moment, go for the homing key blast. He goes for Super Combat Heart, so I punish him with the disrespect for, what is it, the, I forgot what it's called, the Tremor Pulse, that's it, not the Jump Spike, sliding bass. So yeah, you can see the messages I sent to him, again, like, between, I'll just go for lol now, because, again, he doesn't send me any more messages. If he does, by the time this video goes out, I'll be sure to update it, but yeah, just a very, just amazing. Oh, Jesus. He does ready up, but this was like the 5th or like 6th fight I had for him in this session, I believe, like 4, 5, 6 fights. So I think, what, if you're not going to message me back, I'm just going to keep spamming fans in advance. This was so much fun. This really was fun. So with that being said, again, I'm just spamming. It's going to probably fade to darkness in a moment. Again, guys, I know I don't need to say this because most of you, well, pretty much all of you know that this is not something I support, but don't message him. If you send him like a nasty message on PSN, he can just report the message and you'll get either a warning, which I believe stays on your PSN account for a very long time, if not, permanently. You'll get suspended or you just get outright banned. So, just don't do it. I don't support stuff like that anyway. I mean, if you have hate for him, that's fine, but just leave it on this video. So that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.